Hey guys, Nick Biddle here coming at you with this week's Leadership Drip. Now this week I'm coming to you from Troy, Michigan. Troy is just a suburb in Detroit. And one of the interesting things about Troy, Michigan is their intersections don't have left turns. You cannot turn left in an intersection. Now that may not be every intersection, but it's a lot of the major intersections with a stoplight. What they do is they go through the light, and then you have to shoot a U a couple hundred yards down and go the other direction and then hang a right-hand turn. So there's no left-hand turns, but it works for them. It works for them with everything we're talking about in the Leadership Drip or in any leadership training or courses. Figure out what works for you. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Now this week and this month in this series, we're talking about why great leaders ask great questions. And last week we talked about how it's so important to collect the facts. We've got to collect the facts before we just assume something. But how do you collect those facts? Well, guys, first, some of you got to get a better poker face. When you see something wrong on one of your projects, or when another trade's covered you up, or the general contractor's made a decision that maybe didn't include you, your poker face is poor. I know that. Got a gnat trying to attack me. I know that because I've got the same poor poker face. Everybody in the room knows when I'm upset. And it's taken a lot of practice for me to get better. I wouldn't say I'm good, but for me to get better at that. When we see something that upsets us, when we see a situation that might put us in a struggler mode or cause us grief, it is important to keep a good poker face on so that we can ask the right questions so that we can collect the facts. And of course, one of the questions I like to ask is, hey, help me understand. Instead of going to that contractor and be like, what the hell is your problem? Why did you cover us up? Or why didn't you include me in this conversation? You're an idiot. You're a moron. That just creates conflict. We're not going to have any conversation around facts. We're just going to have a fight. We've really got to put on a good poker face and just say, hey, boss, tell me, help me understand why we're doing it this way. Hey, help me understand why we decided to do this. I want to know. First, collect the facts. Once we get the facts, then we can decide if we need to have some conflict. I'm not against conflict. I think sometimes conflict is good, but let's deal with the facts first. Too often, we start with conflict. And then once everybody cools off, we collect the facts. It's like, oh, it was a misunderstanding. So figure out the facts first and do that by asking a question like, help me understand. But instead of accusing, just ask questions. You don't have to use help me understand. You could use something else. Guys, that's it for the Leadership Drip this week. Until next time, take care.